Alright, hey guys, what's up? I'm sorry for that short period of silence, and last time on Let's Play LoZ Windwaker, Legend of Zelda, if you didn't know, if you didn't get the whatever, I forget what those are called, I don't know. I always forget what things are called when it matters the most. But, yeah, well, let's call it an abbreviation, even though I know there's a better, more specific word for it. If you didn't get the abbreviation for LoZ, that means Legend of Zelda. And, we're back, obviously. And last time we had a big, long conversation about how to film on Roxio Game Capture. And this was really not the right place to talk about that, I understand, but I got way too into it. But it's time, let's actually get into games a lot. We're not gonna only talk about this game. I like to have gaming conversation about all games, and I like to hear your guys' feedback in the comments below. So, okay, now I gotta talk to this chick, and then I go upstairs. Alright, but let's get back on the topic of Assassin's... Wait, we already went over that, but... I feel like I had something else to say. Maybe it wasn't Assassin's Creed I had something to say about. Oh yeah, wait, I did. Alright, so since, like, the world, like, Desmond touched that orb to stop the world from exploding, and, like, the one god is trying to stop him because it would release that other god, but it was, like, his only chance. Either way, the world was screwed. But he probably thought there was a better chance for the world if this happened. And I agree, there probably was, because, like, he knows the world's gonna end if he doesn't, and they'll have to restart and rebuild. But there's a possibility that something might happen to this god, and maybe the world would not be ended if he did touch it and risked his life for the rest. I want to see if he's actually dead, though. I don't think he is, honestly. I think something's gonna happen. Even if he seems dead, I think he's gonna come back somehow, somewhere. Maybe he'll get stuck inside the Animus, like in Revelations, where he's on Animus Island and then it resets. Oh, this part's so sad. I feel so bad because of Grandma. I know. But yeah, I'm really curious about that. So now let's get into some Zelda talk. So yeah, we're playing Windwaker, and we're already on part 2, and I'm finally starting to talk about it. This is easily one of my favorite games of all time. If this is definitely on the top 5 list, along with Assassin's Creed 3. Or here, we'll count Assassin's Creed as a series as one, because I just love them all. Pokemon Emerald is my favorite Pokemon game. It is definitely on that list. We got the shield now. What else is on that list? So we're gonna go in order. Number 1 would have to be... That's a close one. Probably Assassin's Creed 3. My number 2 favorite game is by far Wind Waker. Number 3 I would have to say is Emerald. And then 4 and 5 are probably Sonic Adventure 1 and then Sonic Adventure 2. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other great games, but those are just my top 5. Other great games that I would like to point out are really good are Halo 2 and 3. Halo 4 is good, but nothing compares to Halo 2 multiplayer. And Halo 3 was just outstanding for custom games and Forge. Even though they updated the Forge, yes, it was way better in Halo 3. There was a lot more custom games going on. And, people might hate on me for saying this, but I think Black Ops 2 is actually a really good Call of Duty game. A lot of people are always saying Call of Duty's on a downfall, they're all the same, everything's always the same. Halo 2 and Halo 3 were actually very similar in my opinion. They added a few new vehicles, and a few new guns to Halo 3. Guess what? All they did was change around the guns in Black Ops between Call of Duties usually, and they'll mix it up a lot. A lot of new game modes, a lot of kill streaks. It's pretty much the same change in my opinion until Halo 4. Halo 4 was a big jump, new company and everything. But Black Ops 2 also was a big jump. They had a lot of new guns, a lot of guns they had to think of and design themselves, considering it was what's it called, a future game, and they wanted future guns that have not been made yet today and probably never will be made, so they had to design their own guns and whatnot. And I thought that must be challenging. That's why Halo must be a really hard game to make, because that's all they do is design their own guns. So yeah, pretty much oh, you gotta watch this guy do this. Like, yeah, I know Halo is probably a lot harder of a game to make than Call of Duty, considering there's not as many humans. Like, a human is probably the easiest thing to make in a video game, considering it's the most commonly made. Probably anybody that's a 3D graphic designer for a video game can make a good human. Like, that's probably something they have to know to even get the job, you know? But, like in Halo, they have to make their own aliens. In Call of Duty, as far as they got was robots. Halo, they had to make aliens with like different arms, different everything. A robot is like simple, basic. You see robots everywhere, and it's kind of the same concept with every robot. A metallic body structure based off some sort of actual being or existence. The aliens, like the Covenant, they had like their bottom lip and their top lip were completely separate, if you saw that. Alright, so I really hate this part. Don't you bark, okay? But yes, like yeah, so the Bungie and 343, salute to you guys for making aliens, and the Prometheans were probably really hard if all their floating weapons coming up. You gotta be kidding me. Wow, that was such bull. Alright, so we're going back. But games like Assassin's Creed, that's all realistic, like human stuff. But the weapons in Assassin's Creed are all unique, which I like. Well, I shouldn't say they're all unique, like, are you fucking me? But, like, the swords and the knives and stuff, they have different designs than anything you'd actually see, probably. Some of the swords. So a lot of the swords are based off a real sword. But a lot of them have their own custom blade function, and a lot of the daggers, they really customize. But besides all that, like the hidden blade, if they actually have that actual real life model with the whole texture and everything, that must have been like, whoever made that got like Blade of the Year award. Alright, let's not miss this time. Nice. Alright, so this guy's gonna give us a spoils bag right now, I believe. But, what other video game news is there recently? Let's talk about the Xbox One, even though I probably will not get one for a long, long time. The Xbox One pretty much ruined any expectations I had of getting it, or, any hopes I had of getting it, by totally, yes, saying you need internet all the time. I do have internet all the time, honestly, but I don't dig on that, needing to have it, because if I go on vacation, I'm gonna want to have my Xbox. Like, oh yeah, get bored at night, play some Xbox, you know? But if I need internet, say I go on vacation, the hotel happens to not have Wi-Fi, I am automatically screwed right there. No Wi-Fi, no games. And I'm like, wow, okay, that sucks. And the PlayStation 4 never said anything about needing Wi-Fi at all, because you apparently don't. Xbox One also costs a lot more since it comes to Kinect. And my bedroom is honestly way too small to be using a Kinect. If I were to set up a Kinect in my bedroom, I would seriously have to stand on my bed and jump around, hitting my head on the roof, for it to actually possibly see my body. Didn't hear nothing. And yeah, that's how small my bedroom is, and it's very, very crowded. I don't even have room to put my PlayStation. That's how crowded it is. I'm gonna have to move my Xbox probably, and the Wii is usually not even in my bedroom. It's usually in my little sister's, considering it's her Wii. Yeah, embarrassing enough. It's not really that embarrassing though. It's just like borrowing anybody's stuff. Alright, I have to go up there. But so the Forsaken Fortress, nice. But what other is there to talk about? I think I filmed this. Like, I seriously stopped my last recording and started this one, and I think the reason I did that was just to talk some more, because I'm having a lot of fun talking to a camera, you know, or a microphone. But yeah, I've already announced or discussed release dates. What else is there? What was I thinking? GTA 5 is coming out in about 3 hours where I live. I have some friends there, and I'm not getting GTA 5 because I'm broke from spending so much money on other stupid stuff. I could have gotten GTA 5 tonight, but I decided I needed new headphones and 4 gigabytes of RAM for my laptop, and they were both good investments actually. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, GTA 5, my dad would get pissed anyways. My dad is not a fan of Grand Theft Auto. He is like totally anti Grand Theft Auto because it's a bad game. Blah blah blah. I was looking at the GTA 5 trailers. It doesn't look as bad as the other ones, as far as like sexual content and actually being thugs goes and whatnot, like gangsters. But who knows? I've never played any Grand Theft Auto game, admittedly, and I would have no clue what any of them are like. Except I've seen my friends play them, and I've seen the cars shaking and stuff, and like it seems pretty intense. I don't think I'd like it honestly, but GTA 5, I've been watching the trailers, and it looks like the sickest game in the history of games. Let's talk about other stuff in the world of gaming. A few games are actually coming out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One before the consoles are even out, such as Assassin's Creed 4, coming out on November 12th for the PlayStation 4 and November 19th for the Xbox One, and October 29th for current gen consoles such as Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. And as Assassin's Creed always has been, it's been a PlayStation favoring game where you get certain content only on PlayStation. Just like Call of Duty favors Xbox and gives Xbox content a month before the PlayStation users. And I actually don't mind that at all, because what was I saying? I understand why the game or Treyarch or whatever. I don't know if Treyarch and Infinity Ward are like that. I'm pretty sure though. I think it's just Activision. And Xbox gives Call of Duty a crap load of money to do that, but like I understand why they do that. It's about the money, and people are gonna want to buy an Xbox so they can get the content first to make their Let's Plays. But sorry, I'm sick. Sound like a pig when I do that. I know. But as I was saying, I can't remember now. Oh yeah, like Assassin's Creed making that content only available to PlayStation, it's gonna make people want to buy a PlayStation, and PlayStation probably gives them a lot of money to do that. But also the Xbox users that could pay for that content as well are not there to pay for it because it's not available to them, which means the company must be getting a lot of money from Sony to do that if they're willing to give up all possible Xbox purchases. I'm getting a message. Hey, was there something we were supposed to do? Yeah, it's, Pathos, Logos quiz. I'm in English 11, American Lit, and I swear, I have the hardest teacher in the school. And let me explain to you why. So, I go to a school called Highland High School. And, if you want to find me, go ahead. Like, you're not gonna have any luck. But live in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I live in a town called None of Your Business. And my teacher recently transferred to my school from a other school that is on a bad part of town. But apparently the kids in that part of town are like super geniuses compared to my school, because she came in and started asking us all these questions, or she started giving us all this work. None of us had a clue what we were doing. So she asked us, do you guys even know what you're doing? And we all say, no, we have no idea what you're talking about, lady. Seriously, come on. No. Aw, damn it. Alright, well, we're getting arrested. So yeah, we get this. Okay, let me explain what happened to our first teacher. So we had a teacher. His name was Mr. Grace. If you're watching this from where you are, Mr. Grace, like, we're all mad at you because you replaced, or they replaced you with some crazy lady. But she's a nice lady. She's not a crazy lady. I'm sorry. But so yeah, Mr. Grace was his name, and he looked like Ben Stiller. So you have a visual image of what he looked like. So Mr. Stiller, as I'm gonna call him, yes, for the sake of this video, he pretty much was in our class, and he like didn't even tell us he was gonna have a sub. So we had a sub, and she had a plan. The day after that, we had another sub, and she had no lesson plan. The day after that, another sub without a lesson plan, and then that was on a Wednesday or a Thursday. That Friday comes in a lady. Her name is Miss I. She comes in and says, I'm gonna be your teacher for the remainder of the year. And we're all like, oh, okay, what happened to Mr. Grace? She didn't know. Out of nowhere, she came out and told us, like, the Monday after, your teacher moved to Arizona without telling anybody. He just left. So yeah, Mr. Grace, our teacher that we all loved because his class was pretty easy and interesting, left us for Arizona. Like the Arizona sun begged him to come back home. That is a quote from a Day to Remember song replacing the word Florida with Arizona. So yeah, we're all there and he leaves and she comes in and we're all like, oh, she seems pretty cool. Like the way she seemed like a cool teacher. She is a cool teacher, honestly. Like, I don't see anything wrong with her, but there is a real issue with this teacher, right? So she came from a different school, and this school is in a bad part of town, right? It's not the best of schools. Like, a lot of crap goes down at this school, apparently. Like, fight-wise, yes, it's not a place you want to be, exactly. It's not where you want to send your children. So, this lady comes from that school, and she tells us pretty much, I liked my students from this school. Like, I liked them. Like, so don't you come in here and be bad students. And she doesn't, like, hate us, but she liked her students. She had a good bunch of students. That's how she said it. And, pretty much what ended up happening was, she started giving us work. She had us we were learning about what a worldview is and how to express it. And then we had to write a essay on expressing our worldview. I don't think a single kid in that class passed this essay. I got a 6.5 out of 10, so a 65%, which is a D. And everybody else was like, dude, you got a 6.5, nice. And I was like, oh god, this class is gonna suck. So yeah, I'm like, I have a D on that assignment, and she starts saying, you guys don't know what you're doing, do you? And we're all like, no, you're confusing us. We were learning about some McDonald's debate over like if McDonald's in New York should have higher wages than any other McDonald's, because New York is a city that never sleeps and whatnot. So yeah, we talk about that, about, oh, we're learning, we're discussing topics. This is what the whole school is doing. She comes in and she starts teaching us stuff that's completely unrelated from what we're supposed to be learning at that school, because the other school is different. And none of us know what she's talking about. She's like, this is freshman and sophomore year information. And I'm like, no, this ain't. Because there is no way that she's teaching us, like none of us even have a clue what she's saying. And apparently it's freshman and sophomore year information. And level, like that's what we should be learning, or what we should have learned. And I'm like, no, we shouldn't have learned that yet. That's what we've been learning this year, pretty much. So yeah, we go over that, and yeah, so she tells us, like, I'm gonna take a day or two, yes, to review on this stuff, since none of you guys know what I'm talking about. So it ended up going on for a week. We've been reviewing this stuff. We just finished, I think. And now we're learning about the Athos Pathos logos thing, if any of you guys know what that is. Advertisements and all that. And she's teaching us how to, we have to actually make an advertisement as a project, and I'm not down. Because I hate projects. I have to work in groups, and I do not like working in groups. So pretty much I told the partner I got paired up with, listen, you're not gonna do anything. I'm gonna do the work for you because I'm that kind of kid. And he was like, oh hell yeah, free grade, awesome, woo. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's down. He's not gonna help. I don't have to worry about him not doing his part. So yeah. Is there still someone up there? I'm not sure. So yeah, but pretty much she gave us, like, we went over it, and her school was like a lot ahead. Now we're caught up kinda, and she gave this other like paragraph thing, and I got a B- on it, 80% exact, because of simple spelling errors. So if I would have spell checked my stuff instead of doing it through an iPod with my spell check off, because like iPod Touch, iPhone, you guys know how the spell check works and how much you hate it. So yeah, we pretty much, I have to go back and take out that light, dang. So yeah, we pretty much talk about that spell check. Oh wait, yeah, she talks about how I should have spell checked and all that, and I'm like, okay lady, whatever you say. Where I have to go? Is that it right there? That's the one? Yeah, right there, that's the last one. So she gave us this other thing. She showed us a picture of a dude laying on the floor with a glass in his hand, like he slipped down the stairs. And we have to guess, or not really guess, but interpret what happened, and use our logical appeal. How do we get up there? That's a real question. We have to like use logic and whatnot to find out what happened. And so yeah, we go and we search into this, and we all start making interpretations. And then she tells us, I know what happened, but it doesn't matter really. Like what happened was the lady actually like smacked her husband in the back of the head with a frying pan. That was my theory. So I wrote that down in a paragraph, pretty much just catching like an introductory paragraph, supposed to be interesting. I got a B- for spelling errors. So then what we had to do was go back and evaluate on 2 other students' explanations of what happened. So I go back to evaluate, and I read the directions. It says, write a 3-sentence response to these and explain blah 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 blah. Like, point out the good details, the bad details. I'm not supposed to be stuff like that. So I start pointing out the details, right? I start pointing out what I agree with, things for that person to think about when they're thinking about it too, like other things that might have happened, like if you think about it this way, your perspective might change pretty much. So yeah, I do that. She does what she does, blah blah blah. And she came into class the next day after that was assigned, or it was after the weekend. It was actually due today. Today is Monday, and you probably guessed that because GTA 5 comes out tonight. Woo! This won't be uploaded tonight though. So everybody does it, but not everybody read the directions correctly. Directions said you will not get credit for anything less than 3 sentences. So I go and I do 3 sentences and I point stuff out. I do exactly what it said, and it was not hard. It was seriously a really easy assignment actually, and it was pretty interesting because I actually gotta state my opinion. And I am a strong believer that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. They can share it as they want. But I feel also that people should keep their opinions to themselves if they're gonna hurt the feelings of other people, or if there is face down, or yeah, hands down disrespectful. So I actually no rat, no, okay. So okay, that was pretty easy to get through. But where was I at? Remind me. I actually ended up getting an A+ 100% on that, and I was psyched. I was like, dude, that's the first A+ this teacher's given me. Sweet. So I'm all excited and hyped up about it, and all these other kids, I'm reading their responses to stuff. Like, I got one on mine too, my initial report, and the response is supposed to be 3 sentences long. Anything below that gets 0 credit, she said. And I read this, guys, and it pretty much said, because we're explaining our views, somebody said, I believe this person did this, and killed him. And somebody seriously comments on 2 other people saying the exact same thing in both. I agree 100%. And I'm thinking, dude, you're gonna get a 0. And she actually brought up people like that. She was like, she said it just like this. She was like, some of y'all did it right, but a lot of y'all didn't do it right. She's from Illinois, so she sounds different. She's like Midwestern, as she called it. I think this little that guy's come up here. Or maybe that's only after we beat it, and we have to come back here to fight the bird. But so yeah, we pretty much go over that, and she's saying a few of you, not many, did it good, like real good. Some of you did whatever and didn't get too good of a grade, but some of you were getting 1 answer or 1 sentence answers, and that's not what I said to do. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I did it right 100%. And I'm like just thinking, like, if I could do that, I could probably do anything in this class. But it is a lot of work in that class. Like, I think next year I might even go talk to the counselors about this myself, because I feel so strongly about this. But the level she is teaching, based on our school's standards and how our school is taught, compared to like the rest of her school, her old school, like if she's gonna stay at my school, she should probably consider the way she's teaching being an honors teacher or an AP class teacher, because I think that's what she's teaching us. I should be getting AP credits for what I'm doing right now, but I'm not. So yeah, we pretty much eat this. Ha. So yeah, and then we had some quiz online. We had to she does everything online, which is another thing I'm not really liking, because anything could go wrong through the internet. Just like a YouTube upload can get corrupted right in the middle of it, and you'll have to restart. Like that can easily happen with a online test. Like I could upload it and she might not get it, and she can accuse me of never doing it, and I won't have it on paper. I won't know like physically that it actually even got to her. Like I can accuse her of losing it if I turn it in on paper and I know I turned it in on paper, but if I turn it online, anything can go wrong. So I'm not really a big of a fan of turning stuff in online and whatnot. But I love it how we came all this way to get eaten by a bird. So yeah, she does everything online. We took this quiz online today. I did pretty good. Good thing about these quizzes online though, even though they're timed, you have about 7 minutes for 12 questions. I finished in 3 minutes. You have time to look it up on the internet, trust me. She times it so that you have enough time to do it, but yet you don't have enough time to, like, exactly... Cannonball! She wants you to have enough time to finish the test, though, if you're, like, slow at reading and comprehending, but she doesn't want you to be looking it up on the internet. I looked it up on the internet, I'm not gonna lie. I looked up, like, one question. And I looked it up unspecifically, and I based my answer off of it. But yeah, so I think that's it for this part, guys. We've had some more good school discussion this time. It's sharing stories now, not talking about how to film on a Roxy OHD device for those of you who probably don't even have it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment telling me which game I should do a Let's Play of next. A Nuzlocke on Light Platinum, or which Assassin's Creed game besides #1 I should play. You could also leave a like, which would really help me out, and I would really appreciate, and I will thank you all. And a subscribe if you enjoy watching my videos, and tell me to your friends. Even if you don't like watching my videos, just subscribe to me anyway, so then I have more, and then I get more known. Like, I seriously would really appreciate it, guys. I like to subscribe a lot of my subscribers back as well, because then, like, sometimes they'll post some Nuzlocke challenges as well. And I like to watch that kind of stuff from, like, YouTube noobs, as I like to call myself, and I'm the noob next door. Like, when I see other people with, like, 100 views on a video, and they're talking just like I am, thinking they have a big audience, I'm like, oh, dude, like, I don't even care, I'm just like this guy. But, if I see people with, like, 10 views, or, like, 1 after a few months, like me, like, I'll end up watching their whole series. And I would really appreciate it if you would watch mine. So thanks, guys. I am gonna have to end this part here as soon as we finish talking to this guy. And we're 3 minutes over again. I'm starting to not even, like, think of that anymore. But, I doubt you want to watch this whole cinematic anyway. So I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching, and we will be back. Bye. Bye. Bye.